Motorsport TV Live, brought to you by Motorsport Tickets, the dedicated motorsport experiences provider.
Hello and welcome to Motorsport TV Live with me, Bryn Lucas, bringing you all the latest stories from around the world of motorsport. Alonso and Ocon seek Alpine answers after their Austin struggles. Lando Norris says Ferrari now have the edge on McLaren. And we show you Lewis Hamilton as you've never seen him before. All those stories and more coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon are hopeful their Alpine team can find some answers about why it was struggling so much in the United States Grand Prix. Both drivers retired from Austin's race, but even before that point, it soon became a day to forget. Ocon sustained front wing damage on lap 1 after contact with Alfa Romeo's Antonio Giovinazzi and lacked the pace to recover much ground, while Alonso was stuck behind, battling both Alfas for the final point in 10th. Hopefully we can still find some answers, Alonso said. I think in the race the car was much better. I felt more competitive. In free practice we were not as quick as we were today, so we need to keep analysing. Probably the bumps, the suspension is very specific what you run here in Austin because the characteristics of this circuit. So it's something that we didn't get right and we will try to analyse and be in our top form in Mexico. Last weekend's race was the first time that both Alpine cars have retired in the same race this season. Staying with F1, and Lando Norris believes Ferrari now have a faster car than his McLaren. Ferrari's engine upgrades installed in the subsequent rounds following McLaren's 1-2 at Monza have resulted in the gap between the two teams narrowing to just 3.5 points following the US Grand Prix. The upgrades allowed Leclerc to qualify over 6/10 clear of the first McLaren in Turkey and finish a full pit stop ahead of Ricciardo at the US Grand Prix. Lando Norris admits he thinks the Italian team have a clear advantage, saying they definitely have the edge at the moment, not quicker in every place, but just a car which is more consistent than us and more drivable. But that doesn't change the way we'll try and keep pushing to stay ahead. It's not what we want so late in the season. We've got to try and do something more to get back ahead of them. McLaren's team principal Andrea Seidel has told motorsport.com that he believes the advantage now lies with the Italian outfit. The next round of the F1 season comes from Mexico on the 7th of November before heading off to Brazil the weekend after. Toyota has identified and resolved the fuel pressure issue that threatened to deprive it of victory in the Le Mans 24 Hours in August. The solution will be in place on the two Toyota GR010 hybrids for the resumption of the WEC this weekend, with the first of two back-to-back races in Bahrain. The issue forced the Toyota Gazoo Racing Europe squad to come up with what technical director Pascal Vasselon described as a creative fix to get its two Le Mans hypercars to finish in first and second positions at the iconic 24-hour race. Practice for the Bahrain 6 hours, round 5 of the 2021 World Endurance Championship, begins at 3:30 p.m. local time on Thursday. The season finale is at the same location for an 8-hour race on the 6th of November. Well, don't go anywhere. We've got lots more news from the world of motorsport coming up here on Motorsport TV Live, and that Lewis Hamilton video where you just might not recognise him. Super Formula plans to begin broadcasting team radio in races from next season as part of a planned digital revamp for the 2022 campaign. The creation of a new digital platform for smartphones was one of the main revelations of the Japanese single-seater series Next 50 press conference earlier this week, along with a move towards the use of sustainable fuels and renewed efforts to expand the appeal of the championship. As part of this platform, team radio, onboard video and vehicle data will be made available to viewers, at least initially, free of charge. Broadcasting team radio would be an entirely new concept for Super Formula, which is preparing to mark the 50th season since the creation of All Japan Formula 2000 in 1973 next year. Archer Capital has announced the sale of their majority stake in Supercars to Racing Australian Consolidated Enterprises, or RACE. RACE is led by Barclay Nettleford together with Australian Racing Group and Henslow. The deal ends Archer's decade-long ownership, and the stake is believed to be now changing hands for around $60 million. The announcement appears to omit a number of key details, including the final makeup of RACE's board. There is also no confirmation that the 35% stake currently owned by the teams will also be handed to RACE as part of the takeover. It's understood that the teams will forfeit its ownership stake for a guaranteed fixed income of at least $650,000 per entry per year for the next 5 years. The deal is also expected to include a one-off grant of $450,000 per car to help with the transition to Gen 3 in 2023. We finish with Lewis Hamilton as you've never seen him before. The F1 star surprised 3 aspiring young engineers on a tour of the Mercedes factory in Brackley. Intrigued? Keep watching.
So are you excited to take a look around our Formula 1 factory today? Yeah, awesome. Come on, follow me, let's go.
So Lewis, the children have arrived.
Nice. There's so many different things you can do, so many different jobs. Hibbo really likes design and drawing and painting, don't you? Yeah.
We need people that are really trying hard to make sure that we achieve everything. They need to be really good team players.
Do you think you could work in here, guys?
Yeah. I think you could as well, actually.
I just hope I don't scare him with my weird face.
Let's do it.
I like being on the forefront of the technology. Who wants to press the button? So that's all the parts we've made on this build.
That's very cool.
It's going to take a little bit getting used to.
Are there a lot of opportunities to work at Mercedes?
There are a lot of opportunities, and Mercedes is also really great at providing roles for people from diverse backgrounds and female engineers.
They've done an amazing job. I just don't recognise myself. I've got to put them right at the end of my nose as well.
We've got one of our engineers working over there as well, and then all of this work going on. Come and take a look. This is Lewis Hamilton's car. Look at that. This is the W12. This is the car that you see on telly, that we take around the world. Look, I could tell you a few things about it, but we're lucky enough to have one of our lead engineers here. Des, do you mind, have you got a minute?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Well, we have 2,000 people here, spend 1 million hours to build this car, 30,000 components. It drives over 200 miles an hour. I think if I was driving it, maybe 210. Don't tell anyone.
This is Lewis's car and Lewis's steering wheel.
This is Lewis's car. Nobody touches this car.
Because only Lewis Hamilton gets to touch that wheel. No one else is allowed to touch it.
Oh,
He's touching the wheel.
you guys weren't telling me, right?
No.
Well, you know, the reason that I'm able to touch that is because, sorry, but I'm Lewis. Ow, it hurts. Do you think it suits me?
No.
No. Catch that. It's disgusting.
Guys, you got any questions for Lewis?
I'm just speechless. I can't talk right now.
What's your most enjoyable part of the tour?
Seeing you. Yeah.
I saw you in the machine shop earlier.
You did? Oh, yeah. You were that person.
Yeah.
What? That is so cool.
I'm gonna go and get cleaned up, and then we're gonna sit down and have a chat.
Oh my gosh, I met Lewis Hamilton. I'm dreaming. I'm literally dreaming. I want to cry. I want to shake his hand. Shocked, surprised, amazed. It's just like a dream come true. I remember to stay firm.
Yeah, I'm not sure all those kids were completely convinced by his disguise, but what an accent. Well, that's all for now. Head over to motorsport.com for more on all of today's top stories. I'm Bryn Lucas. Join us again here on Motorsport TV Live for all the latest news from around the world of motorsport. Bye for now.